I noticed the change slowly at first, almost like the way the seasons shift without you realizing it. One day you wake up and the warmth of summer has faded. The air carries a chill, and the days don't feel the same anymore. That was how it felt with my girlfriend, Emily. She had always been warm, attentive, and present in every way, but lately she seemed distant. Her messages grew shorter, her calls less frequent, and when we were together, she seemed distracted, like her mind was somewhere else entirely. At first, I convinced myself it was just stress. She had a demanding job after all, and everyone goes through phases of being overwhelmed. But deep inside, there was an ache that wouldn't go away, a nagging feeling that something was wrong. I tried to brush it off, to give her space, thinking maybe that was what she needed. But instead of getting better, things only worsened. She started canceling plans, often with vague excuses that didn't quite add up. I'd ask her how her day had been, and she'd respond with a hollow fine, her eyes drifting toward her phone or the floor, anywhere but toward me. Nights that once felt warm with laughter and easy conversation turned into stretches of silence filled only by the ticking clock on the wall. I told myself that relationships go through ups and downs. I reminded myself of the countless memories we had shared, the way she used to smile when she saw me, the way her hand fit perfectly in mine. But those memories felt like they belonged to a different time, and the woman sitting across from me now seemed like a stranger wearing Emily's face. One evening, I sat with my friends, trying to distract myself from the unease that had taken root in me. We gathered at a familiar spot, a small cafe we'd been going to for years. The chatter was light at first, but as the night went on, I noticed something peculiar. When Emily's name came up in conversation, there was a shift. My friends exchanged glances, their voices lowered just slightly, and there was a hesitation in their tone that I couldn't ignore. I tried to listen casually, pretending not to notice, but every fiber of my being was tuned to their words. At one point, when they thought I wasn't paying attention, I caught fragments of their whispers. It wasn't clear at first, but the tension in their voices told me enough. They knew something I didn't. My heart began to race. I couldn't hear everything, only bits and pieces, but it was enough to plant a seed of dread deep inside me. That night, I lay awake, their whispers echoing in my mind. Questions swirled endlessly. What were they hiding? Why would they whisper about Emily? And why did I feel as if the truth was something I didn't want to face? The more I thought about it, the more convinced I became that Emily's distance wasn't just about stress or work. Something was happening behind my back, and my friends knew about it. In the days that followed, I became more observant. I watched Emily closely, noticing how she always seemed guarded, how her phone was always angled away from me, how she avoided direct answers when I asked simple questions. At the same time, I paid closer attention to my friends, watching for any slip of the tongue, any accidental reveal that might expose what they were keeping from me. It was during another gathering that I finally overheard more than just fragments. They thought I had stepped away, but I lingered close enough to catch the words that would unravel everything I thought I knew. One friend, his voice low and hesitant, said something about how they couldn't keep covering for her, how it wasn't fair to me. Another shushed him, reminding him that I was nearby, but by then it was too late. The implication was clear. Emily wasn't just distant because of stress. She was hiding something, and my friends were complicit in keeping it from me. The weight of betrayal pressed heavily on my chest. Not only was my girlfriend drifting away from me, but the people I trusted most had chosen silence over honesty. I felt like I was drowning in uncertainty, my mind consumed with possibilities. Was she seeing someone else? Was she planning to leave me? Or was there some darker truth lurking beneath the surface? I wanted to confront her, to demand answers, but every time I looked at her, the words caught in my throat. Part of me was afraid of what she might say, afraid that once the truth was out, there would be no going back. Yet the not knowing was eating me alive. Finally, one evening, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I asked her directly, my voice steady but my heart racing. I told her I knew something was wrong, that she had grown distant, and that my friends. Whispers confirmed it. For a moment, she looked startled, her eyes wide as if I had ripped the mask off her face. Then she looked away, silent, and that silence told me more than words ever could dot. It was then that everything began to unravel. Piece by piece, the truth emerged, not from her directly, but through the cracks in her facade and the eventual confessions of those around me. She had been seeing someone else, quietly, secretly, while I clung to the illusion of our relationship. My friends had known, torn between their loyalty to me and their reluctance to shatter my heart. In the end, their whispers had done what they tried to avoid. They exposed the truth. The realization was devastating. The woman I loved, the person I trusted with my heart, had betrayed me in the worst way. The friends I thought I could rely on had kept me in the dark, leaving me to stumble blindly toward the painful reality. I felt anger, sadness, and emptiness all at once. My world, once filled with certainty, had collapsed into a maze of lies and broken trust. But in the silence that followed, I also found clarity. Emily's distance had never been about me. It wasn't because I wasn't enough or because I had done something wrong. It was because she had chosen another path, one that didn't include me. The whispers, the secrecy, the distance, they were all symptoms of a truth that had been hiding in plain sight. In the weeks after the revelation, I struggled to rebuild myself. Nights felt long and empty, memories haunted me, and trust seemed like a foreign concept. Yet slowly, I began to realize that the pain was also a form of freedom. The truth, no matter how harsh, was better than living in the shadows of lies. Looking back, I can see the signs clearly now. The distance, the whispers, the glances my friends exchanged, they were all pieces of a puzzle I hadn't wanted to solve. But now that the picture was complete, I could finally let go. I could accept the loss, mourn what was gone, and move forward with the knowledge that sometimes the truth hides in whispers until you're ready to hear it. And though it shattered everything I thought I knew, it also gave me something invaluable, the strength to start over, to rebuild, and to seek honesty above all else. The truth hurt, but it also set me free.